is Raquel, and I want to welcome you. Today is the first day of 2022. Happy New Year's around the globe. Some of you are already into January 2nd, depending upon where you are. But I'm so glad you've decided to join me here today and all of the soul family around the globe who are participating in this activation. We are such a powerful group when we come together. The synergy of our focused intention is so powerful. Welcome into the new energy of this new year. 2022, I believe, is really going to be noticeably different as we come out of this last 2-year cycle. And I just am really excited to have everyone here. So before we officially begin, if you would please bring your awareness into your heart. And I want you to take a moment and become fully present in this now moment, allowing everything else, thoughts about what you did last night or what's going to be coming up later today, any place in which your thoughts are wandering at this moment. And I want you to come fully present, fully in your body, fully into the now moment. And as we do this, take another beautiful deep breath, bringing your awareness fully into your high heart. Your high heart is where the thymus is in the body. And just take another beautiful breath, bringing your full awareness into your high heart. And at the same time, I want you to wiggle your toes, being fully present in your body, fully in the here and now. As we begin to build the synergy of this group of beautiful light beings around the world. And so with your next breath, I want you to just really ground into your body. And then I want you to imagine all of the people on this call, and there are over 1,000 around the globe who are participating, who are present in this now moment. And I want you to send a heart-to-heart connection through the higher realms, through the ethers, to your soul family around the globe, to build a synergy of light, a supportive energy connecting in. And if you can't feel it or see it, just imagine that your heart is connecting like a worldwide web network to all of the souls on this call. And with your next breath, I want you to amplify the connection of the heart-to-heart connection, coming into this with intention of building and strengthening our light across the globe. And take another beautiful, nice, deep breath and feel the expansiveness of the heart-to-heart connection with soul family around the globe. And I want you to just keep that in your awareness as we move through this activation of light. that we may amplify what we are bringing through as a shared community, as a unified field of light. And so take one more nice deep breath and again, see that connection like a worldwide web going to every other heart that is participating on this call around the globe. And allow yourself to feel connected at this heart level. Beautiful. And so as we step into 2022, I really want you to get a feel for the overlighting theme of 2022. Because there's several themes that are coming about as we make this calendar transition, which is just the date on the calendar. But it's always met with excitement and anticipation and new beginnings. And so I want you to just step into 2022 realizing that really the strongest overlighting theme that is coming into this particular year and cycle is one of coming into a deeper level of self-love. And with that self-love brings the strength, the resilience, the compassion, the energy to really step into the next phase. We have just over the solstice, we moved into another 9-year cycle. And it's always cycles within cycles within cycles. It's always just the way that we move through this experience. And so we ended a very powerful 9-year cycle. And we're starting anew. And we haven't even tipped our toe into it yet, right? This new energy that is coming. Because 2022, as much as it is all about coming into a deeper state of self-love, unity consciousness, and the first phase of unity consciousness, which is the unity with you and the divine. That has to come first before there can be unity, consciousness throughout the planet, right? As we continue to raise our frequencies, it is essential that we come into unity consciousness ourselves with our higher self, with source energy, and really build that very, very strong foundation, which is going to lead us into this next 9-year cycle. The 2022 is a master builder year. And we know that, and if you've been following my work at all, we know that so much has been done at the quantum levels over the last couple of years in dismantling the old constructs. And as we step into 2022, we're finally to a point where we can start seeding the new reality, start literally planting the seeds, if you will, metaphorically and quite literally as well, to bring in the next phase, which is going to allow us to start really operating within the new magnetics. And when I talk about the new magnetics, again, we're talking about moving into higher states of consciousness. And so as we step into this new 9-year cycle, and we think back to when the last 9-year cycle started, which is the end of 2012, starting into 2013. And if you just take a moment or two and really think about this last 9-year cycle, how much you have shifted, how much more aware and awake you are. All of the work that you have done on a personal level, and all of the things that have happened in the physical reality around us. The last couple of years being the most intense for many of us. If you think back to when we entered 2020, how we were all, woohoo, it's going to be 2020, full clarity. We were all super excited. And then the reality of how all of that played out at this level of consciousness was unexpected for most of us. And so as we enter 2022, I want to come in with the same excitement and yet the same awareness that there's still much playing out in the 3D reality that continues to pave the way for the new reality, the new earth, the higher states of consciousness. There's many, many ways that we're describing it, but it literally is a completely different way of existing and experiencing life. And we're just at the beginning stages. Again, this is the beginning of a 9-year cycle. And we're coming in with a beautiful master 22 number, builder number. And so it is really important that we keep that level of consciousness even as things are falling apart around us. And they will continue to fall apart around us. They have to. But we, those of us who are awake, those of us who are on this path, know that even as things are crumbling around us still, we are seeding the new. We are planting the new for what most call the grand awakening. And so just take a breath with that and realize that as we step into this new master builder year, it is really an important time to be really clear about what you are seeding, what you are setting as your intention. This year, almost more than any in the last few, it's really important to have a very clear intention as we move into this next 9-year cycle and this new 22 builder year, master year of light. And again, this is all about that inner journey. Because as you realize, many of us are having very, very different experiences already in this reality than most of humanity. We've already moved into higher states of consciousness. We're already living in a very different vibration than most of the world. And we will continue to move into that state of consciousness more and more and more as this 9-year cycle takes hold, as we continue to seed the new earth, the new realm that is coming, even in the midst of things being torn apart around us. And that is really where we need to focus this particular year, is really in what are we intending? What are we seeding? Even though right next door, the walls could be crumbling down. So this is the energy moving into 2022. And it's exciting because most of humanity is not at this level of understanding that we are seeding the future. They are still in the process of unraveling their own lives. And even if you feel like you're still doing so, the energy to be able to really move into that set of mastery, of that self-love, of that absolute being able to be resilient within the massive changes that still are playing out. This is the focus of 2022, that resilience, that self-love, and that getting clearer and clearer and clearer on the intention that you hold. So with that, take another beautiful, nice deep breath. And one of the key elements in being able to be in this seeding level of consciousness is being actually anchored into the new magnetics that are coming onto the planet. And so this is another focus this year, is to continue to make sure you are constantly anchored into the new reality. It's like plugging into a different wall socket, right? It's plugging into a whole different type of computer, if you will. It's just, I'm giving you metaphors. You're literally plugging in to the new reality that is anchoring versus being plugged into the old that is still falling apart and coming apart at the seams, because it has to. It has to completely disintegrate so that the new can be birthed. And so we want to make sure you are fully anchored into the new magnetics that are birthing the new reality. And so that's something else that is really important to keep in your daily awareness, that you are unplugged from the mass consciousness and the old paradigm, and that you are energetically connected to and plugged into the new magnetics that are anchoring, and how you can actually step into that more fully each and every day. Because it is on the new magnetic platform that the new earth is being built. And this is where our energy needs to be focused. And there's going to be, for many, a lot of teeter-tottering going back and forth. You'll be fully anchored into the new magnetic and really seeding the new. And then you may find yourself through circumstance plugged back into the old. And so the theme throughout this year is to continue to make sure that you are anchored into the new energies that are coming in. Whew.